Welcome everyone to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. We're back chiming in, talking some Bears talk. We got some cuts. We got some surprise keepers. Like we're going to be tuning in a lot. We got our guy, brother of the podcast, Herb Howard, coming on, hopefully joining us soon. And we're going to break down a little bit more detail on what he thinks about some of the cuts that happened. I mean, I was not surprised by most of the cuts. I was surprised we only kept 3 running backs. That was something very, very surprising. We did keep 3 quarterbacks. I kind of expected that. They wanted to keep Bajan, who looked damn good again. And, Case Keenan, I mean, he's your veteran presence that you want in that locker room as well. So got a lot to chime in with. We had a little technical difficulties. Sorry that we joined a little bit late here, but we'll see how that goes. But let's get it started.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
Watch these summer league games and they tell you about these new up-and-coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
I mean, we know a little bit. We do. We know a little bit. At least I feel confident that we know a little bit. But like I said, I mean, there's a lot to talk about here. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a show that's going to be just dedicated to the Bears for this one right now, because we do got a lot to talk about. Chime in with all the guys. So, I mean, hey, let's just get started right now. I mean, we have one surprise. He's sitting in a skybox right now at the White Sox game, but he's still going to chime in with us for a little bit because, I mean, not that much going on with the White Sox right now. I was already telling him, just a typical Jerry Reinsdorf team. You're just winning games that don't matter, killing our draft capital, because the White Sox have been playing pretty well after the All-Star break. So I'm going to bring in the guy who's got the foulest mouth in the city, foul mouth C.
Frank, what up, man?
Yeah, what's up? So is that like, are you rocking out a Bulls uniform at the White Sox game, or is that the White Sox Bulls jersey thing?
Yeah, it's the they got the what they call it, City Edition. So
yeah, that retro
this is
jersey.
The City Edition.
Okay, yeah, that was an awesome jersey. I'm not gonna lie, that is an awesome jersey.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
so
let me know if you hear a little noise in the background.
No, yeah, you're good. You're good. I mean, good thing with the skybox, I don't really hear anything in the background, so everything sounds good.
Oh,
are they winning right now? Because they need to stop winning.
Yeah, they are 3-0.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, 4-0. 4-0.
Oh,
yeah.
Way to make it worse. Thanks.
They just scored 3 runs in the at the bottom of the 6th.
That'll be the fewest that we'll probably be talking about the White Sox on this show right now. But I mean, I give them kudos because they have played a lot better than I expected them to play this year. They really did have a good second half of the season. As bad as they are, still they looked a lot better. And
hey man, Colson Montgomery hit another home run today.
Dude, is that 4 straight? I thought I heard that he had 3 straight games, so 4 straight games with a home run.
4 straight. Yep. Right off the foul pole.
Some good stuff.
Let's
bring in our other guy who's the stat man, knows every stat from the 70s, 80s, 90s, current. Like, he knows it all, people. Let's bring him in, JB.
Can you hear me now?
You sound great now, dude. All right.
Yeah.
Part of the technical difficulties that we were worried about. Like Foul couldn't hear us, we couldn't hear JB. If we just mixed you guys up, it'd be perfect. No issues.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Technical difficulties. Somebody pressed something, it whatever.
It happens. For
sure. Tell them what's going on.
No telling. How you guys feeling?
Yeah. Man, feeling great. I see we got the 53-man roster out. Couple surprises. Couple non-surprises.
There were a few. There were a few surprises. I was shocked on a couple of them, man.
Yeah. So I'm ready to dive right on in unless we about to
dive in, JB.
Go ahead, kick it off.
I'm just curious from you guys' interpretation, like where do you feel the biggest of the surprises were? I know, Frank, you had kind of talked about running back. Foul, I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of curious about what was going on with that line.
Yeah, man, the line is I don't know what they got going on. I mean, I hear there are a couple guys out there in free agency that might be available. I heard Cam Robinson. He might be available for trade or something like that.
I saw that from the Vikings.
Well, I think did he get cut from? No, he got cut from Houston. He's at Houston. Yeah. And then you have what's his name, Skipper, that Ben Johnson is very familiar with. The Lions had cut him, so
Dan Skipper, I think his name is. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So it's going to be very interesting. We know Braxton Jones is still working his way back from that leg injury that he has. He's not looking too good. You got the upstart guy, Theo Benedict, the undrafted free agent last year from Canada. I guess he's the backup to Braxton Jones. And right now,
was looking kind of interesting with Ozzie with that swing tackle, with starting off as in the depth as the right tackle, I believe, and then I don't know, like, what did we do with Kyron Amagaji? Like, is he just plug and play? Like,
yeah, that's what I feel all he is right now is a keeper to just keep working on.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be something interesting to look at when it does happen. What's going to be going on with him? So I can't wait to. Man, I'm ready for the season to start. Man, college football start. Go blue all day. College football this weekend. Man, it's football season, fellas. It's that time, baby.
That's exciting stuff right there, man. Yeah. Who isn't ready for football season?
So what happened?
No, go ahead.
Oh, what do you guys feel about our wideouts? My man Jade Walker made it.
I knew after that last game Tyler Scott was gone and Walker was making it because and Tyler Scott, don't get me wrong, he had a good game. He had a very good game too, running routes, showing his speed. But I think he really needed to show us something on the special teams, and he just didn't. He just absolutely didn't. That was his only shot of making the team. And Walker, phenomenal game. To mention that he's 6'3" as well, and Ben Johnson likes.
You needed that height. You definitely needed that height.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I call him today. L. Walker.
L. Walker.
Because he do that L. Walk dance when he scored.
That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool thing. Like, there's already people talking about, like, there was like a Chicago Blackhawks quote that went out there right now that says some of the Blackhawks player want to learn how to do that on skates because they want to do that exact celebration after they score a goal.
I don't know. That'd be a little dangerous on skates, you think?
That'd be pretty tough. That'd be pretty tough. Very easy to embarrass yourself by wiping out on skates trying to do that. That's for sure.
I'll say this, though. I feel that I said this before, like I just didn't see the maturation with the Tyler Scott. I kind of compare him to kind of like how we wanted, well, those of us that would just watch football and want good football, how Sky Moore just kind of never latched on with the Chiefs. He just kind of never took that next step. Mm-hmm. I had compared that Tyler Scott to in that Sky Moore realm. And I hope Tyler Scott does find a home and everything.
Yeah, he will.
I like the kid. One of the other positions that we had lost the big kid from if you go to the defense side of the ball. We all felt Zach Pickens was on a very short run.
Yeah, he was on thin ice.
I wasn't kind of like really, really concerned about that. But I was kind of intrigued about them cutting the big kid, the 6'8" kid they got from the Saints that played in Dennis Allen's system, Connectbo, or however you say his name. I was kind of like, wow, that's interesting, because are they putting that much into Deo? Are they putting that much into Austin Booker? Like, where are they really going with that? Because a kid that size, knowing that we know Dennis Allen likes size, I would have thought that Tano would have made it.
Not to mention too, like, I mean, they carried 5 defensive pass rushers. That was kind of a surprise for me to hold 5 of them. I didn't think they were going to have 5.
But think about it, 5, you got the 2 edge. I mean, the 2, right end, DN sub, and then you just got a guy that can fill in, because sometimes one of the edge rushers might kick inside. It's very similar to the NASCAR package that the Super Bowl Giants used to have when they had like Jason Pierre-Paul and Chris Canty and Michael Strahan, and they just kept rotating 5 guys just all throughout the line. It's not too much dissimilar from that, which, I mean, we saw that team get a ton of pressure, right? They got some good sacks. I don't feel that that's an issue, but I'm just like, who has taken that next step to be that guy? I don't know yet. And we'll dig a little deeper, per position while we're actually with Herb, hopefully. But I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that, because as we know, one of our pass rush was one of our like really low spots last year. We definitely need to increase that production.
Yeah, I think the pass rush is going to be a lot better this year. I know people getting on Montez Sweat, talking about he was never that dude or whatnot. He got the big contract or whatnot. But Montez Sweat was playing with abundance of injuries last year. Perhaps our guest, when he comes on, can, sort of fill us in on that a little bit more, since he has his ears to the ground. He does have access to the locker room, so he'll probably be able to tell us, like, not maybe what type of injury that he had, but that he was dealing with a variety of injuries last year. So
a lot of people ignore that shit. Just because he doesn't put up the numbers, that's all people see.
Yeah.
And we do got one more guy in the background that we're going to bring into the mouth of the South.
Yeah, you guys better get in everything you want to say right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Chicago, I'm saying it now, Chicago. You got to relax today,
man. I pay for some time?
Got to relax a little bit.
Let short controlled burst.
Let everybody speak. Right. We're good, though. Well, let's bring him in. Mr. Chicago. Popped in, popped out right there. There he is.
Oh, y'all got jokes, I see. Okay.
Short controlled burst.
I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna let it slide. I ain't gonna be chaotic today, because we winding down, getting ready for week 1. But anyway, man, what's going on, fellas? How y'all living, man?
Doing good,
man.
How about
you? How you feeling, bro?
I'm decent, just a little perplexed, and then a little like nervous at the same time with what the 53-man overall I like. I'm just wondering, like, a
little tweaks here and there that worried me a little bit. What's your take on it, though, Chicago?
I'm sort of with JB on this when it comes to some of the moves that were made. The biggest, like, wow for me, and not even necessarily in a good way, is this whole Wright situation with the corner that we drafted. We don't know the nuances to what's going on with him personally. But
wait, who are you speaking about?
Right.
You're talking about Zaire. I think his name is Evans.
Right. His last name Wright. Yeah.
Zaire Frazier.
Frazier, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm about to say.
I didn't think anything was wrong.
I'm about to say, Zay Frazier is the one that, like, he's been gone all camp for like summer personal reasons or something like that.
Yeah, and now Pose got on the podium early and said he's out for the season. I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute.
I missed that. Wait, that was today?
That was today. And Pose has been very adamant about not drafting players with personal or behavior issues. So this is kind of a swing out of left field for me to even hear about this situation. Yes, it was no Sean or Zayshawn Wright. That's who it was. And so to hear about this and then knowing that, listen, I hope the kid, gets whatever help or assistance that he needs and he's able to overcome whatever personal issue he's going through. But thinking about this from the other perspective, and the other side of this, there is another player that we got rid of that could have took that spot, that was ready and willing to go to war with this team and make the cut. You know what I'm saying? And so even though he was a lower round draft pick this year, it flabbergasted me when to know that Pose and his drafting staff didn't vet this kid out enough to know what's going on with him personally, because this was before he got drafted, that this situation had become an issue or whatever. But I don't know how much he disclosed to Pose and the rest of the crew, but all I know is we've seen players get vetted out. Just think about Jalen Carter's situation, not to go that far with it. I mean, like, Pose was very adamant about, no, we ain't drafting that. We wish him nothing but the best, but we're not going to get him. And, I mean, it seemed to be working out for the Eagles for the most part. But anyway, that was alarming to me. And then obviously not seeing and hearing much about Dale. I'm like, this is the dude who's a big body, big size, long guy, you know what I'm saying, that Dennis Allen, prefers on his defensive line. But I'm not hearing much of anything about him. And I don't know.
He didn't really do much in preseason either.
That's what I'm saying. And so, and with Booker being hurt for the next couple of weeks or so, depending on the severity of the injury, like that, I'm curious to know what that rotational piece on that side of the damn line going to look like, because now it's just Dale and who else? Like
Dominic Robinson.
I was surprised Dominic Robinson made the team.
Dominic Robinson,
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was like, I'll say this. I think Robinson made the team because Io just didn't really stand out. Booker got somewhat, from what I'm hearing out of camp, Booker will be ready opening day. The question is, will he be 100%? I don't know.
Okay, and then also with Billings, there was talks about Billings possibly being cut. Zach Pickens just got cut. And was getting cut. Billings, and I said this, Billings wasn't the worst defensive damn lineman I've ever seen. He was pretty good, but he wasn't good enough. I needed more from Billings. And then when he got hurt, that really didn't help him last year, not being
Well, I want to ask you, what were you really expecting from Billings?
Yeah,
I mean, he's a run stuffer. You're not going to expect him to get up the field and sit up there and try to rush the passer.
No, I get that, but how much runs was he really fucking stuffing though? Like we were still giving up big ass chunks of yardage up the damn middle. You know what I'm saying? That was with him on the field and with him off the field. So it was like he wasn't as effective as most people were giving him credit to be. But I'm like, I would like to have seen him be a rotational guy. But if y'all look back on Dennis Allen's defense, he didn't really rotate too many players out off that line with New Orleans. When I look back and saw that, when you think about Davenport and Cam Jordan and I'm trying to think of the other guy's name, was pretty good. And like those same guys were consistently on every down in every play on that damn defense. And he took that damn defense, which was shitty at one point, to being top 5, top 10 over the years that he was coaching there. So, and he is very adamant about who he likes and who he don't like that fits his scheme on this defense. So, I mean, I'm interested in seeing how this is going to play out because
that's where I'm going right with that, Dr. Truth. Like the thing that we didn't realize though is we weren't a good running team when we had Billings, or run stopping team when we had Billings in the lineup last year. I think we were 24th or something like that. But when he went down, we were dead last.
So, it's like he really didn't make much of a difference. Like that.
I mean, if you get a little help from other people, he
was a little help, but I'm like, it was in small sample size. So I'm like, how effective was he really in being a run stopper? Like Grady Jerry is a run stopper, and he's a veteran, but we paid him a lot of damn money. So I don't see Dennis Allen rotating him out a lot. Like he gonna be on every damn day.
But peep the scheme that's going on, plus who we drafted. If you're telling me you starting Javon Dexter possibly at the 3, right? Grady Jarrett at the 1 technique.
Yep.
Billings, when Billings comes in, he goes to the 1, Jarrett goes to the 3. And remember, with them letting Zach Pickens go, you had to make room for Shamar Turner. Shamar Turner is the rookie that we drafted.
We ain't. I mean, like, isn't he hurt or something? Like, but we ain't been hearing nothing.
He made the team. He was a foul 3rd round pick. late third.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry. He's a second round pick.
Okay, second round pick. So
he was the second.
He was the
second round pick. Yeah. Right. So it was like right before the third round started. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so with him, and he's he's not the biggest, but he's like a Tommy Harris, 6'3", about 290 plus. You got to make room for Shamar Turner. Like,
but what have you been hearing about him? I'm like, what are we getting out of that?
But I'm saying, like, you have to put him on the field, and in order to put him on the field, between Billings and Zach Pickens, who are you going to choose? I'm going to choose Billings.
I choose Billings. I mean, but that's low hanging fruit when you think about the comparison of the two. Yeah, one was a little bit more productive than the other one, but
one is an
the other production is like,
and the other one is an apple that's already spoiled. So,
but think about this too. Now, Fowl made a point earlier before I jumped on about how that other side of the damn defensive line opposite of Montez Sweat is going to be very important. And what I've been advocating for the most is Zadarius Smith being picked up for a 1-year deal. Zadarius Smith has been damn good. He's been very productive with the Vikings and with the Lions. Some people like Jadeveon Clowney. Clowney don't do it for me. Clowney had all this damn hype coming out of South Carolina after that one damn hit against Michigan, and then he never seemed to really live up to that damn hype. So I'm like, I'm not big on Jadeveon Clowney like that. I'm just not.
But the one thing you got to do is Jared can't be a every down back, in my opinion. He's at that age where you can't have him on the field 24/7. You're going to need that rotationary Billings, Jared, and Dexter. Those
Frank, that money say differently though. Like we paid a 10-year veteran some money.
Is what he
his
is
ass better be on that field.
Well, yeah, and I understand it, but the money is what he is giving us when he is on the field. Like, he is a huge difference maker when he's on the field.
He's a leader too.
He's not a difference maker if he's hurt. I don't want to get hurt.
I'm gonna respectfully decline with that, because now you're paying Grady Jarrett for what he can do and impact now. He's 32. Yes. He's not washed up completely, but he is coming off a couple of injury seasons, right?
Absolutely.
But maybe, just maybe, it's that, like I said, it's that NASCAR thing. You bring in a Jarrett, you bring in a Billings, you bring in a Dexter, you bring in a Turner. Like, so now you're keeping him fresh. You're extending his career, right? And on third down, I mean, if you're telling me I got Dexter and Jarrett pinning their ears back and just going, I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too. Like I'm willing to take that risk with those two guys and on that goddamn line, being able to disrupt the pass and disrupt the run too. I'm willing to take that risk and take that bet on that. Absolutely. But getting back to my point about the corner kid, what do y'all think about, even though he was a late round pick, I'm like, we just lost Terrell Smith for the rest of the year. And not to mention, we don't know, obviously the groin injury, they said Kyler Gordon's going to be ready, but I mean, we don't know if he's going to be 100% or not. Obviously JJ is 100%. He's ready to go. That's good. And so we need all hands on deck, man. We can't have nobody out for nothing. Now, injuries is one thing, but we talking about personal shit. Like, come on, man. I sympathize with
this is where I push back on you. This is why I push back on you about the personal thing. First of all, we don't know what's going on with this kid. We don't know if this was something. We don't know if this was something that happened in college, or this is just something that happened all of a sudden.
It was before the report said it was before the draft. They said it was before the draft. So Poles had an opportunity, and it seemed to find out and vet him out and figure out what was going on.
I'm not gonna assume until I completely hear from either the GM or the coach about what this was all about. Because I mean, obviously, if this was something before then the kid wouldn't have been able to practice at all.
I was gonna say,
and he was able to practice. So I'm gonna hold judgment on that until we get the true facts on that. Because shit, one thing we know about reports, man, reports is like an old Negro tale, The shit changes up the longer it is. Matter of fact, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank you all for tuning in to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. I see you guys getting in. We're going to try to connect with you guys a lot more. So we see the comments. We're going to try to put the comments into what it is that we're talking about as well, man, because we want y'all to feel important on here. And remember, man, we always send out a link to have you guys come on so we can see those faces that's behind those keyboards. All right. when it comes down to, I'm a little nervous too when it comes down to the defensive line as well. You know, you got Montez Sweat over there. I know the guy Javon Dexter does not get the pub that he deserves. And the thing that's so crazy about it is that he puts up the same numbers like that guy over there in Philly, but he doesn't get the notoriety. The pressures are the same. I think he may have had a sack more than him, but he
like
doesn't get the pub. Yeah, but he doesn't get the pub that young man over there in Philadelphia does. I don't know if it's because the Bears are not winning.
Well, it was that, and the fact that Jalen Carter, he was better against the run and than Dexter was. So obviously, and then he had better help around him too. So the Eagles defense has been top notch. And then it don't help to have it don't hurt to have Vic Fangio as your damn defensive coordinator, who we had in 2018 as ranked the number one damn defense in the damn NFL. So there's that also. You know, just to throw that out.
I mean, but he could just be a victim of circumstances, like Fowl said, because we have been lowly. We were like second or third to last in sack. Like, we haven't been as productive. One thing you could say is, oh my God, although Jalen Carter doesn't get the numbers, look how he impacts the Philly defense. And there's other people around him that's eating. So it could be something as that, or it could be something as simple as he's the flavor of the month right now, and Javon Dexter has to do something to get up to that status.
That is true.
You want to know?
Two things can
you want to know, JB?
Absolutely.
You want to know what he has to do? It's not him. It's the team.
It's the
they
team.
Have to win.
They have to win.
If the team wins, he's going to get the same notoriety. They're going to be like, oh, Javon Dexter's impacting the squad. Because, I mean, I hear all that about Jalen Smith. I mean, what's that? Jalen Carter. But the guy hasn't come close to hitting double digits in sacks.
No, I think the most he had was like maybe 5 or 6, maybe. Yeah.
So,
I mean, but it's just about the sacks, though. It's about the disruption up the middle. That's key. The sack numbers look cute on paper for like Pro Bowl and all pro stats. But when you're talking about disrupting the damn play, stopping the play, getting critical downs, like stops on third downs, like that shit matters. I always talk about the stats that you don't see showing up on the damn stat sheet. It's the shit that matters the most in those impact moments.
Yeah. Well, the thing is this: they were about the same as far as when it comes down to QB pressures.
Tackle losses, they wasn't. Like I think Jalen Carter had more tackle losses.
I mean,
we're not arguing that aspect, but we're talking about two guys going into their third year, like literally. Neither one of them have double-digit career sacks in 2 years. So is either one of them really, really lighting up? And let's be fair, Javon Dexter has doubled his production from his rookie year to 5 sacks. He had 5 sacks last year, y'all.
I think he had 5 or 6.
Those 5 sacks were early in the season too, before Billings went down.
But once Billings got hurt, you didn't hear Dexter name the rest of the goddamn season, which is unfortunate.
Well, you want to know why?
Great player does.
Do you want to know why?
Because
you had guys like Ford.
You need complimentary guys around you that's going to do the same, like similar things that you're doing and helping you be just as effective as they are.
Team sport. If I'm that guy and I can't do it without you two, my stuff is going to look bad. And for me, a guy that as a rookie who was playing spotty that had 2.5 sacks to now you doing a little bit more, starting playing more. Now you have 5 sacks. If Javon Dexter can give me anywhere from 7 to 10 sacks this season. I think that's
that's a huge boost. Absolutely.
Right?
And
like he's not Aaron Donald, y'all. He's not.
He's not. But I mean, but damn it, boy, if I don't want me one,
I would take that.
Boy, you don't understand how much I want me Aaron Donald. That dude was the damn human Thanos out there on that damn line.
I would love for Javon Dexter to give us that. But what I'm saying is you at least see that he's improving. And it's not just incremental improvement. At the D tackle position, you're not going to get 100 tackles. You're going to get somewhere around 30 to 20 to 30. At the defensive tackle position, you're supposed to disrupt. At the 3 technique, you're supposed to get the quarterback, get the running back, cut it off depending on your scheme. Right now, if he's getting better, if he turns into a Chris Jones, Aaron Donald type, great. If he keeps at the Tommy Harris level, great. Because you have
JB. What I want him to be, if he can be Hakeem Hicks for me, I fucking love Hicks, man. Hicks was a damn problem on that line, man.
And they ran a 3-4
every damn run play. And Delvin Cook used to fucking hate going against us because of how Hakeem hits.
Yeah,
Hicks
I remember he
used to
straight up
get
said
his
that,
ass,
man.
I love that kind of player because he gonna give me 110% every day.
I love a Hicks
I want to say something too, and I know JB, you brought it up as far as like he's like saying he's not Aaron Donald and all that, and I agree with that. And I'm going to the chat and everything like that, and I don't understand where all this hate coming in for Montez Sweat is right now on the chat. But like,
no. Listen, Sweat with the amount of money he's getting paid, though.
This is the thing when people are bringing up Montez Sweat. I don't know if everyone's just thinking that we had prime Khalil Mack, who was an absolute monster. He's not Khalil Mack.
He ain't Mack.
He ain't Mack. He's not. What's his name? Freaking
Mack different here, man. Yeah, Mack got a gold jacket waiting for him next week if he wants to stop playing.
This is the thing with him. Is he going to be a guy who's going to give you 15, 16 sacks a year? Probably not. It's probably not going to happen.
He give you 12, though.
He should be a guy who's going to give you double-digit sacks.
No.
Stop the run, too.
In fairness, fellas, Montez Sweat has never had double-digit sacks in his career.
No, I know.
Yes, he did. He had 12 sacks with us the first year. What are you talking about?
He had 12 sacks with the Bears.
Yes,
no, he had 12 sacks combined.
That was combined with
the it was 12 sacks that season, though.
Right. So my thing is, right now, I'm not looking for him to go out there and give me 12 sacks when he's only done it once and on two different teams. He got.
Come on now, that's semantics now, JB.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
12 sacks is 12 sacks. No matter if he got traded in the middle of the damn season, that ain't his damn fault. He still was productive, and he still gets double-digit sacks.
If you did it in 7 years, 6 years, 7 years, if you've done it one time, are you a double-digit sack guy, or did you just happen to get lucky that time?
Lucky? I ain't gonna say that, man. No, listen. Montez Sweat, he ain't a top 5 edge rusher, but he about top 10, top 12 though. Like I give him at least about 11 to 12. Absolutely, yeah. He at least that good.
In 7 seasons, he's given you double-digit sacks once, and it took two different teams to do it.
And I know we can't use this as an excuse. I'm not going to use this as an excuse.
I'm not, but he did have an injured foot that he was actually playing on the majority of the year last year.
Semantics.
Yeah,
that's not semantics.
I'm not giving
he wasn't healthy.
Get the damn sack. You played.
He wasn't healthy. We gonna sit up there and dismiss that?
I saw Khalil Mack on 1 foot get 3 sacks in one game. I don't want to hear
like I said, though, he is
that one on no damn 1 foot. Mac ain't human, man. Mac ought to get drug tested. He ought to be peeing in the cup, man. Him and Myles Garrett, I don't think they human beings, man. They not real. I don't think they real.
And I mean, this is the thing. Like, and everyone, you guys, I mean, I think it was Keith who's talking about Hendrickson. We never even gave him a look. I was like, I'm all for getting Hendrickson if the trade was Montez Sweat for a Hendrickson. Like, I mean, you can't have $200 million pass rushers. I'm sorry, it's just
true. But we need somebody else taking the pressure and the double teams off the other damn edge rusher. We can't get one guy and then motherfucker like 3 people on his ass while the rest of these motherfuckers came when they did 1-on-1s. Then it's not gonna be effective. So it's gonna be counterproductive to what we're trying to do with building this defense.
But now you're looking at 3 people to do that on the other side. Right, you're looking at,
and we don't know how effective those 3 people are going to actually be.
But what I'm saying is, now to replace what one can do, you're looking at 3 to do it, and that's not always a good philosophy either, right? It's like if you say, "Well, Michael Jordan gives me 30 points a game because he's just that guy," but now you need us 4 to give 30 points a game. That's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
So we need that guy that's going to complement Montez Sweat.
Absolutely.
So they both can have double-digit sacks. You feel me?
But think about this. When we had Mac, we had Robert Quinn too. And we had other guys. We had individual talent on that damn defense where everybody was out there eating. Everybody was out there doing their damn job. With Montez Sweat being the only premier guy or the most premier guy on our defense, that's not saying a lot. And we're not gonna get to the goddamn quarterback,
which is why I said I'm still concerned about the line. I'm very concerned about the line.
Yeah, definitely too.
Well, yeah, I mean, he got paid, but $14 million raise. I ain't gonna say that's cheap.
you look at Montez Sweat, he has only had one double-digit season. That was the year that the Bears did trade and get him. He had seasons where he's gone and had 8, 9, 7 sacks. I think that he can be a double-digit guy.
Yeah,
you know,
consistently.
He has the capability to do that.
A double-digit guy. It's just that he has to be able to finish better. It also helps having, some talent on that line with you. I'm itching to see what Grady Jarrett still has in the tank. You know what I'm saying? About him being in his early 30s.
Yeah,
this is 11th season. This is his 11th season.
Yeah.
And
so about him being in his early 30s, I'm itching to see. I know everybody was talking about the Bears' run defense when the first team, Kansas City Chiefs, was out there. Well, for one, Grady Jarrett wasn't out there. For two, Billings
didn't play that much
up there. He didn't start. It was Dexter and I think his name is Chris Williams, number 91, and they were moving his ass all out the way.
And this not to mention Kareem Hunt is a strong ass running back, man. Like
Isaiah Pacheco.
That's a grown ass man out there.
I mean, I understand that, but when your defensive tackle is getting moved out the way, easy. Like their first play they ran it, I think they got about 5 or 6 yards because they ran at number 91. They didn't run at number 99. They ran at number 91 that started alongside of Dexter.
Yeah, and Pacheco, he runs angry as hell too. Pacheco is one of them angry ass, determined runners that's gonna either maul your ass over or you're gonna have to tackle him from the leg down because he ain't going down easily.
No.
I see someone said that week one we got who was that said we got Jonathan Bernard back-to-back 12-season sacks for the Vikings, who's blocking him week one at left tackle. I mean, right now it looks like it's gonna be Braxton Jones, and if it's Braxton Jones, I'm pretty sure by Ben Johnson being a wise offensive coordinator, he's going to sit up there and give that guy as much help as possible. So get ready to looking at a lot of 12 personnel.
Yeah, can I say something about that real quick? Because again, y'all have heard me time and time again about how I'm not high on Braxton Jones at all.
None of us are.
Brian Flores blitzes at least about 60% of the goddamn time, and he's going to be trying to come after Caleb Williams from that blind side more times than fucking not. And obviously, I'm very confident in Ben Johnson's ability to move the damn line relatively quickly for Caleb to get the damn ball out of his hands in that 2.5 second time frame. But at the same time, he won't be able to move the ball like that every single damn down, every single play. So I'm really concerned. And the fact that Ben Johnson is concerned, I sent y'all a voice clip that he was on the show talking about how there was no one person that stood out to him at that left tackle spot. Translation, we're fucked over there on that side.
That's a problem.
And that's the big problem, man. Yeah. The left tackle position is the most important position on the offensive line. That's Caleb's blind spot. He'll get that goddamn boy killed out there. And I thought Ozzie was going to be the for sure man in when all the hype that was coming that surrounded him during training camp. But then that dwindled down quite fast. And then Karam Agaji, that shit went away really quick too. But then Braxton Jones, he was hurt, and then he wasn't hurt, but then he on his ass again. I'm just like, man, what the hell are we gonna do about this?
Before we get to the highlights, let me put this in your perspective, right? Because you're 1,000% correct. But the allusion to all this was Caleb getting rid of the ball when he played against the 2s and 3s of Buffalo. He didn't look like that against them first 2 series against Kansas City when they had all those.
Kansas City real, man. Listen, you can tell the difference between us and an actual Super Bowl caliber team,
and
man.
Then I saw him pick Chris Jones up like this.
Yeah. Again, Chris Jones too. He different, man. So we're far from being like Super Bowl ready. Kansas City is built for that. We ain't there yet. We trying to get there. And so and that showed even in a preseason game with the ones being out there for a few reps that they were out there for.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is about this, the simple fact is that they started off slow in that Kansas City game. The fumbled reverse. Then there's a holding penalty on Colston Level, which puts them down at 3rd and 19, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
He threw like maybe a 14-yard strike to, I don't know, was it DJ or somebody like that? So yeah,
that was DJ called that bad. It was like 14 yards, but we still 5 yards short.
Yeah, Second series, they were moving the ball. I think that might have been a series where they actually got 3 points when they could have got a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Caleb missed the guy that I believe that was open.
Yeah.
Tried to throw it into a double team, double coverage with Roma Dunze. So now you're looking at the game probably being either 14-7 or 7-7, something like that. You know, I'm not too worried right now. You know, they got about 2 weeks or a week and a half to clean everything up.
When Mahomes and them went out the first series, I mean, the first group, it was 20-3 actually when Mahomes and them finally went out, and then the defense came back in and started subbing. That's when we got.
That was the second quarter, wasn't it?
I'm saying that's when Caleb got on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, he didn't get on track. He just. I mean, he was doing fine before then. I mean, he brought them all the way.
Series, Caleb looked bad, and then he got on track when they scored.
No, the first 2 series he didn't look bad because the first 2 series he looked bad. They wouldn't have got down there and got a damn field goal.
That was the second series against.
The first series I will give you. Hold on, they had 3 series. The first series I would give you.
He looked sloppy.
He had them all the way down there till they got the third series that they had.
Against the second and third string that started to come in already. They already been said that.
This is the thing, guys. Before we even get the highlights, and I wanted to ask Herb this question too, so I'm hoping he'll be with us soon too, because I did get an answer by one of my contacts on what happened in that first quarter, pretty much with Caleb Williams. All right, that was a test. All right, Ben Johnson wanted to call the plays in later than faster to give Caleb less time to try to read defenses to see how he would do, and he didn't do well. Because if you after he told me that, I went back and watched it. You see a lot of those plays where he got up to the line, and there was maybe 7 or 8 seconds before the clock ran out. That was a test by Ben Johnson, and Caleb did struggle in that.
I'm glad you said that, Frank, because I remember hearing Ben say that
he said they played sloppy.
Yeah, when the play don't get in time, he told Caleb to give him a few plays that he's comfortable with, audible into, in the event that the play doesn't get to him in time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can see that as a like
and
a step.
It's a learning experience for Caleb. I'm happy he did that.
It's a test to see how well he can actually respond in critical situations like that. So you want to see a coach do that to you in a preseason game. That don't fucking do that in the goddamn regular season when it matters. So, but yeah.
He called his original play setup and everything back in the second, William, and Caleb started moving the ball down the field after he did that.
Yeah. And it's good that Caleb gave him about 3 to 5 plays that he said he's comfortable with running in the event that the play that he gives him is not there in time. So he's like, okay, I can go for these 5 plays, and I can do this. I'm comfortable with these. I'm like, okay, we're good.
But in fairness to him, of where I say that Ben Johnson needs to scale back a little bit is because when you're going through and you're cycling with 5 plays with 7 seconds left, you're not ascertaining the defense properly, especially when you have different motions, they move and they stunt and all that. That's why I said they need to give, instead of giving them 5, give them 3 in an emergency. Emergency being blue or green. That's either quick pass, hot route, or
don't quote me now. I think it was between 3 and 5 plays. I don't know exactly what the number was, but I remember Ben Johnson saying that. I was like, damn, that's I actually appreciate it.
The first drive was all scripted, and they messed up on the very, very first play.
Yeah.
That's such a bad thing to do.
Well, it's a preseason. I'm glad they can get this shit in now. I'm glad they can get all this stuff out now. That's the point of it. I mean, they came in, they messed up on the first series, true enough. Second series, they drove all the way down there and got a field goal. Could have been a touchdown. And then the third series, they went down there and scored a touchdown.
Listen,
even though it was Kansas City.
Yeah.
Second,
and it's what Keith.
Some first stringers.
Exactly.
I mean, Kansas City. One thing that we have to take into account too, fellas, is that Kansas City is a well-oiled machine. These are guys that's been in this system for fucking years, offense and defense. We got to sit up there and take into account that this is the Bears' first time in this offense. So we got to take that into account. I know we sitting up here, we jumping all on them, saying they did this and they did that. We all know for a fact that it's going to take some time for this offense to gel.
Not only that, too, you got to also take into account that this is a true testament to being able to respond when things don't go as scripted. Because this is the NFL. Unpredictable shit happens all the time. So you're not going to be able to just execute a play just because it was given to you to execute. It's going to be times where the play breaks down, where it goes to shit. You got to improvise some, and then you got to sit up being audible and be able to be in that moment in real time, read the damn defense, and seeing what coverages and what disadvantages you actually have versus the advantages you have. And so it's going to be times where he's going to be put in those awkward situations where he got to get himself out of it, and he got to rely on his team to help him get them down the field too.
I just want to point out one thing, and this is where I say we got to look a little deeper. Kansas City, the first drive, 8 plays, 69 yards, 2 minutes and 52 seconds, touchdown. The Bears' first series, 3 plays, 5 yards, 2 minutes and 3 seconds, punt. Kansas City comes back, 7 plays, 81 yards, drop touchdown by Kareem Hunt, field goal, 3 minutes and 2 seconds. The Bears' second drive, 6 plays, 17 yards, 4 minutes and 37 seconds, punt. Start of the second quarter, Kansas City scores again. The Bears were down 17-0.
They were. They were.
So, like I said, Caleb's first 2 drives were not good.
How many drives did the Bears have? How many series did they have?
The starters, 2. 2 drives in the first quarter. 2.
They had 2 drives in the first quarter. Correct. How many series did Caleb and them have?
In the first quarter, 2.
I'm talking about for the first half. How many series did they have?
For the first half, so they had.
He played some in the second quarter too.
He played. Yeah. No, he played the third series of the second quarter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, their third series was in the second quarter.
Yeah.
After KC had a 6-play, 81-yard drive that ended in a touchdown, 17-0. The third drive, Caleb, 12 plays, 61 yards, 6 minutes, 11 seconds, field goal.
Listen, let's not also keep in mind
the fourth drive.
Was that the second drive that they got the field goal?
The third. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The third drive.
Okay.
The third drive.
Keep in mind too, our defense was just getting fucking blew the fuck back. Pause. It was no damn tomorrow.
Hey guys, I gotta chime into this chat really quick because now we're getting hatred toward Cairo Santos. And what the fuck are you guys talking about? Sorry for my language.
They blocked the damn extra point. Motherfucker came from the side. That's not his fault.
Cairo Santos last year, he had his worst year, I think, of at least close to his worst year of his career. He has improved his distance every single year. He's making 55-yard field goals. A few years back, he was having a hard time even hitting 50. He's improving in every aspect of his game. But after 1 year where he did get his field goal blocked 5 times last year,
that'll probably never happen again.
And that's on Hightower to cut them bastards out for not protecting him and making sure that the damn field goal don't fucking get blocked. That's on Hightower.
Cairo Santos is our lifesaver since we've got rid of Robbie Gould because we were playing chess with field goal kickers so much. Cairo Santos is such an accurate kicker.
Panero's pretty good. Panero's pretty good. I like Eddie Panero.
Eddie Panero didn't have any power.
He had that leg. Yeah,
sure. He had the boot.
Eddie actually would have won the.
I said Joel. Eddie Panero.
Eddie Panero would have probably won the competition. The only thing was that he was hurt. Yeah, and so they went with Santos, I guess, or whoever it was that he was battling against by default because he was hurt, so they let him go. I do see some things in the chat.
We had Cody Parkey on that bum.
I see Melon Smashers talking about Caleb was worthless in 2024. I can't agree with that right there.
Listen, hold on, man.
Hold on, before you go on our tangent. Herb is here for everybody that was waiting on Herb, but we got to show the highlights real quick, and then let's
get to the highlights, and then we'll bring Herb on because we want him to see him as well.
Yeah,
go with the highlights.
The Bears. The Bears.
And the give is to Pacheco, and he's in for 6. Touchdown.
Disappointed!
So far, 1 for 2 for 14 yards. The former USC Trojan. Little play action. He's going to get out in the flat to Swift. And Swift leaps over the Chiefs defender. Jamari Connor. Again, Mahomes, what a pocket. Now he's going to step up. He's going to take off and run, and please slide. Here he goes inside the 20, and finally slides. Getting 18 yards on the play. Well, he said he worked on his speed. He looked faster there. Pacheco bounces it to the outside. Pacheco will set up the Chiefs with 1st and goal. Mahomes to the end zone. Caught.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Nothing but being the West 10.
Yeah. Well, with that come a lot of expectations and a lot of pressure.
Exactly.
So, weighing the good and the bad.
All right, Williams going to take off and run. Connor's going to try to track him down, and Williams out of bounds at the 15. Williams looking left, now looking middle of the field, will throw, and that's incomplete.
Back to watching him and Coach popping in the office, but really the whole organization getting behind him and the work everyone did to make that happen is special. And
boring drive here for the Chiefs. Minshew looking right to the end zone, caught. He is just out of the end zone. Jason Brownlee, a tough catch in traffic. He can boom it. He can certainly flip the field. Here we go. 3rd and goal from the 6. Minshew throws to the end zone, and it's incomplete. He's looking for Jason Brownlee. Kick is on the way, and
just the experience level that he has being on the field.
Williams will throw. That is caught. Zacchaeus makes the catch, turns it into a huge play. Watson, another Brett Veach gem he found in the 7th round of the 2022 draft. Williams, the throw's got a wide open receiver, Adunze, and he's still on his feet. And he will set up the Bears with 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Gelati has made a bunch of splash plays this preseason, number 97. Williams wants to throw for it, and that's caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh?
Bagent looking. Now he'll move to his left and throw. Caught. Touchdown, Bears. Royce Freeman just signed this week. Tyson Bagent still in at quarterback. And he's going play action, gets it out in the flat. Stephen Carlson, and Carlson still running up the sideline. Huge play for the Bears.
At practices, he's always showing up.
Bagent to a wide open Joel Wilson touch.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
The Bills, unfortunately for Bills fans, didn't win any of the 4. Chiefs are hoping to win 3 of 4. He was out of bounds. I only saw 1 foot in bounds.
Last year going into the season, most people had him picked 13th in the Big Ten. And, they ended up doing what they did and making it to the playoffs.
1st and goal from the 7. 7 seconds to go. Bagent will throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Walker gets the touchdown.
Us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
That was funny.
Kirk is wild. He one of the best, but he's wild. He's a wild boy.
that Simpson one was boring. That was hilarious.
So now that we got to see the highlights, let's bring our guy in. Happy to have him back with the Bears. Herb Howard, come on in. Always happy to have you back, sir.
What's happening, y'all? I appreciate y'all for having me, man. I'm sorry I was a little later than I intended to be. The podcast over here ran a little late. We had Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. in today.
Okay.
He's a
good excuse to not be on time. So
yes, sir, man.
Yeah, he could be a little long-winded, but shout out to Chairman Fred. The Black Panther Cubs got a big weekend coming up, so it's Chairman Fred Sr.'s birthday, so they got a big weekend. So we was helping get the word out about that. But I'm glad to be here, man. I'm just sorry I'm a little bit late.
Man, you don't owe us no explanation, but thank you. Glad to see you, brother. What's going on with you?
Just chilling, man. Camp wrapped up, preseason wrapped up. The initial 53 is in. It's about that time, man. So, we all feeling good.
We got questions.
What's happening?
So, I'm just going to kick it off. The roster didn't shape up like some of us thought.
Yeah.
Man, the 5 running backs. We kind of predicted the Tyler Scott, Zach Pickens deal. The emergence of Jade Walker, like where did he come from? What's going on?
That game is where it came from.
Like, my God.
Yeah.
Like, we got so much to talk about. Zay Frazier, like, is the kid okay? Like,
I mean, with Jade, I mean, he had the last drive in that game. He had the touchdown against Miami.
He's been bowling all
but he's been balling throughout camp. He been making plays throughout camp, coming up with big catches. He's obviously been playing with the twos, the threes. But every time he's gotten his opportunities, he's flashed. He's made plays, and I think he's earned his way on the roster. He's also been a willing special teams guy. He was a big special teams guy at Texas A&M, and so that gives you a leg up coming in as an undrafted rookie. You know you got to be able to do something on teams, and so even now, I mean, assuming he actually sticks around and is the sixth receiver, I mean, there's a lot of fluidity that's going to come in the next couple of days, coming week. But if he's around, he's still going to be the sixth receiver on the team, and the sixth receiver would be hard pressed to get 5 catches in the season. So his value has still got to come on special teams. I was impressed that after he made the game-winning touchdown, he went and got in on the game-ending tackle on the kickoff. So
right. That's
so
they teach that.
Yeah. So you gotta respect everything he's done. He's earned the spot. Came out of nowhere. You heard Ryan Poles say today, like they was initially just thinking that he might be a developmental project, somebody they could stash, on the practice squad, and he fought his way into a position where they didn't even feel comfortable putting him on waivers because they didn't know if he would clear or not. So
he gonna get going.
Shout out to him, man. He a cool shorty. I had a few chance to chop it up with him in the post game locker rooms. Cool kid, head on straight, love the game. He made a lot of plays, so good for him.
He seems like a go-getter of sorts. I love the size, 6'3", you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm a big advocate for tall.
Catches with his hand. He's got late hands. Yeah. I like all of that about him. But, is he really going to be able to make an impact of any on his team? I mean, I would assume Devin Duvernay is your kick and punt returner, so maybe he will get a little bit, maybe from 6 to 5. I doubt he takes any time away from Burden and or Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
But
no, all that
a couple gadget plays maybe or some stretch plays.
He ain't a gadget guy. He's a pure receiver.
Then no.
But he's not gonna get no snaps though. I mean, if he's getting meaningful snaps in the regular season,
something
has gone wrong. Okay. Like something has gone really wrong because you're not gonna consistently pull Rome, DJ, OZ, Luther off the field. You got 2 pass catching tight ends. You got a pass catching running back. Like there's no footballs for him in this offense. Yeah. But he can continue to develop. He can continue to learn this system. And like I said, he's shown himself to be willing and able on special teams. And so you can use his size and his speed and kick coverage. He's not a return guy.
No, I haven't seen him.
So
return.
even when Duvernay's been out, he's not one of the guys that's back there, shagging punts or returning. He's not. He's at least they haven't explored that with him. So if he's got that in him, I ain't seen it. So I don't view him as an option in the return game. But in covering, good. But also he's a guy that can give you good looks, in practice. Yeah. If he's going to be, that 6th guy, he's a guy that can get a defense some good looks.
Yeah.
He give guys good looks.
Yeah, his time will definitely come, man. If he stick around with Ben Johnson long enough, he's going to be put in positions to actually shine when that time comes. I believe that.
For sure.
Now, I have a question, Herb. I need to ask you this question now that the season is underway now. What's your biggest concern coming out this preseason and just on offense and on defense both? Like, what are the 2 areas on offense and defense that you're most concerned about?
Pass rush, number 1.
Yeah.
Opposite Montez.
We all agree on that. Yeah.
They went out and spent some money on Dio, but I haven't seen the brother throughout camp, to be honest with you.
What are we getting out of that? Yeah.
At this point, all I can be is hopeful. I can't tell you I'm confident. I certainly can't tell you I'm optimistic or none of it. Like I just hope that a switch comes on and he's able to make plays, because right now I haven't seen him do anything throughout camp. That's not a knock on the brother. I don't know the man. But I know he was an important piece to what the Bears hope to be on defense this year. And nothing he's done throughout camp gives me any indication that he's going to be a significant contributor on this defense. And that's just That's just the facts. Like I said, it ain't personal. Maybe I get to know him, but know him or not, he has not done anything throughout training camp that leads me to believe that he's going to be a significant contributor on this defense. So that's the biggest concern I have right now. I know Book flashed in the preseason, but now he's banged up with the knee, and that's preseason. He did that last year too. I do like what I've seen from Book, even in practice. Love his motor. He's got a good spin move that he's been working on throughout the summer to get inside once he sets you up with his speed to the outside. So I do think that he can be productive, as a pass rush specialist. He's got to get healthy. But, again, outside of Montez Sweat, you're just projecting that in.
Is this by committee then, Herb? Because, like, when they let go of Tano, I know he was hurt, but I just don't see that next because Dale, as much as they're looking at his size and measurables, he's never done anything in the league, really.
For that kind of money, we expected him.
He had one season with 8 sacks, and I think the Colts at that time, like the worst pass in the league at that time.
Did come out with a lot of pressures.
But he's got a lot of pressures, a lot of hurries, hits. The thought was that you put him on the line with Montez, with Grady Jarrett, with Dex, that you'll turn those hurries and pressures into sacks and be able to close the deal, 7, 8, 9 times.
Okay.
That's the thought that, he would be able to actually get home 7, 8, 9 times. And if he get home 7 times this year, it'll be a shock to me. It'll be a shock to me.
And for that kind of money that we're paying him, he better be getting to the quarterback at least quick, fast, in a hurry. But even with his size, I know that Dennis Allen loves guys with that makeup, with that physiological, structure. Like he's a tall, long guy, and obviously when you think back on how Dennis Allen, basically coordinated and structured that whole defense in New Orleans, you saw. There wasn't a lot when I went back and saw that. It wasn't a lot of rotational guys in that defense with the Saints. You know what I'm saying? You had consistent guys on every down, going out to the quarterback, getting pressure on the quarterback, helping to stop the run. And he took that defense from like one of the last defenses in the league to top 5, top 10 over the years of him coaching there. So Deo, I can see the potential, but with that amount of money, the damn juice better be worth the squeeze, man, because we ain't paying you to be a rotational guy. You got to be an every down kind of guy. I don't see that, to your point. I don't see that in him either. I can see him being a rotational guy with Booker once he comes back. But to the other point about that, do you think it's possible that we could be looking at a guy like the Darius Smith to possibly bring in for a 1-year deal now that the smoke is clear with all the roster moves that we've made so far?
It's got to line up perfectly. The Bears have put a lot of money into the defensive end position. Tez make 100,
right?
Dio make 40. Like that's eventually the bank. The bank is closed at the end, and so it's got to make sense financially. It's got to be a system fit for the type of end that DA likes, and it's got to be a locker room fit. Like it or not, the Bears are hell bent on only bringing in good guys that fit the locker room. Otherwise, we have Jalen Carter on this roster, as a perennial Pro Bowler.
We talked about him earlier too.
Yeah, so we talked about that earlier.
In
comparison to the kid who has to now be on the sideline for the rest of the year for whatever personal reason he's going through. Much prayers to that young brother who, whatever he's going through, I hope he's able to get assistance and be able to overcome that. But with that being said, the next man up, man. We needed that spot. Because that secondary room is now a little shorter with Terrell Smith being out for the rest of the year, and now looking to see hopefully that Gordon is going to be fully healthy and ready to go. Not having that young man, even though he was a lower round pick, do you see that being an issue or that being an indictment on Poles when it comes to drafting this guy, not doing the proper vetting that should have taken place prior to them drafting him? Because whatever that personal issue is, I'm sure they could have found out what it was before they got drafted, right? Well, am I wrong?
They do a ton of work, and you would expect them to find whatever it is. And I want to be clear, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know that it's a behavior thing. I don't know that it's a family thing. I don't know if it's a medical thing. Right? Yeah. Some of the things that Ryan said today got me thinking medical. I don't know what it is. So I want to be clear about that. I don't know. I don't want to say like Shorty did something and maybe I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, they should have found it out. They do so much digging and poking and prodding on these prospects, especially if they're thinking about taking them, that they know who their kindergarten teacher was and when the first time they had ice cream and all that. So, you should know if he's got something currently going on. I would think they would know. And I think the Bears have a pretty good department on how they do their backgrounds. And so usually they get ahead of these things and they know them. Whatever this is, they didn't find out until after. But I don't think it's a really big deal. I mean, the whatever the thing is, notwithstanding, like I said, I don't know. But just him, I didn't expect him to touch the field this year anyway.
Right.
Like, if he touched the field if he was fully healthy and a full participant throughout training camp, I would have never expected him to touch the field this year anyway. Coming from a smaller school, he's a project. They like his ball skills. They love his length. He's got long arms. He's got speed. Yeah, so he's got the traits that they like at corner, right? That's what DA likes. That's what Al Harris likes. So you seeing those guys kind of, be around. But if at any point he would have been on the field, it would have been one, he was just one of the best rookies I've ever seen, or something went terribly wrong with Jalen, with Reek, with Nashawn, with Smitty, with McLeod. Like, there's a lot of corners already in front of him. So
that corner position was in competition with that whole Tyreek Stevenson position. You had Terrell Smith, you had the other guy, and then possibly this rookie looking to battle Tyreek Stevenson for that spot, because there was a lot of uncertainty around Reek and whether or not he was going to actually be the starter in that. At least from the speculation that I've read and heard about, I saw that being more of a competition thing than somebody being a solidified starter in that role.
Yeah, anytime you get a new regime, new coaching staff, everything's up for grabs. If you're not an established, Pro Bowler, All Pro, everything is up for grabs, including Reek's spot, and rightfully so. But I think still that competition would have mostly been between Smitty, Reek, and then Nashawn Wright came out of nowhere.
He came out of nowhere
and had a phenomenal summer.
Who is this? Right?
I didn't know him in May, but you get out there, in minicamp, he's making plays. First of all, he's running with the ones. So as soon as you see him on the field with the ones, like, okay, who is number 25? You look back at the roster, like, okay, who is Nashawn Wright? You don't even know how to pronounce his name at first. Like, okay, well, who is he? And you find out, okay, he's been with Al Harris his entire career.
I read
so that makes some sense. And then he was out there making plays. He earned and fought and earned his right into that competition, to the point where as recently as last week, I was like, it's 50-50. And it's 50-50, and he the one that's plugged with the coach. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm generally a guy to think if you're going to take somebody's spot, you got to knock him out and take it. Like, on a boxing analogy, like, you got to go take the belt from the champ. I can't give it to you on no decision. If it's close, I'm giving it to the champ. So I would have still stuck with Reek, but it was 50-50, close on that. But then the game came, and that was the first time we seen them in game action against number ones, and he had the double penalty, and then he got cooked for the deep ball. And that's not to dismiss what he did, because he had a great spring and a great summer. So I'm not throwing out everything he did, but it just allowed me to feel more comfortable saying that Reek will be the week one starter opposite Jalen if he's healthy. But I still think Reek will be on a relatively short leash, because I know that staff likes Nashawn Wright.
Yeah, and Reek got a point to prove now after what happened last year with everything that happened with that Hail Mary play and moving forward and losing all those damn games. It's like, okay, Reek, this is your time to shine, man. You got to be able to step up and show Al Harris and that coaching staff that's ready to take the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
When Nashawn Wright, though, I think he's going to be the one to take, because now that Terrell Smith got hurt, because obviously if Zay Frazier had been there, he gives you that Nnamdi Asomugha vibe with the length and the stride and the ball skills.
I like that comparison.
Yeah, but now with
actually it's more closer to what's his name from Seattle. They both came from the same school. What's his name? Woolen.
Browning.
Woolen.
Oh, Woolen.
Yeah, I don't see that one. I just, because Nnamdi.
How you know they both got both? Yes, both of them got they both came from the same school. Both of them have that long length, and both of them are very fast.
Well,
that is damn sure comparison.
Like
I like that. I like that comp.
Something like that. But
yeah, he got 4.3 speed.
Nnamdi wasn't as fast, but I'm just talking about the ball skills, the length, being able to throw. Like Bobby Taylor, being able to throw over a taller, DB was you can't teach height. But Herb, I wanted to ask you this. Let's get back real quick to the defensive line. How often would you have a combination to where Grady Jarrett and Billingsley are your 1 and 3, and you see Dexter at some of that DN position? Now that Booker is hurt, we don't know what Dominique Robinson really is, and we don't know what Dale really is. Is that kind of in the mix at any point?
I haven't seen Dex play in. If they want to load up on the run and play Grady and Big Bill, I'm all for that. I don't know if that looks like Dex bumping out to the end. And if we talking about jumbo versus a jumbo package or goal line, something like that, okay. What I have seen them do several times throughout camp is go to a 5-man front, but that's been more predicated on creating one-on-ones in the pass rush game.
Okay.
And so you'll see Booker, Dio, Dex, Grady, Montez. You know what I mean?
At the nose.
They even had Tez
or whatever. Grady at the nose, whatever. But I'm just saying, you'll bring Book in, and as opposed to, taking some of those other guys off, they'll go to a 5-man front, and what they're trying to do is just create one-on-ones across the board against the offensive line. And so even if you're gonna chip or you're gonna leave in the tight end or leave in the back or whatever, you're probably gonna do that to Montez. You're gonna get at least 2 or 3 one-on-ones across this line of scrimmage. And one-on-one Grady Jerry, I like that. One-on-one Dex, I like that. One-on-one Book, I'm starting to like that. So they've been using this 5-man front to create these one-on-ones up front, but they've mostly done that in terms of getting after the quarterback, not so much in stuff in the run. So if they was to go Billings, Grady, Dex, that seems more predicated to stopping the run than the pass.
I do remember seeing like Montez in some aspects being moved inside as well. Is that a possibility that Montez can actually be moved inside instead of on the outside?
Yeah, but he's been playing some like 4-eye technique. So as opposed to being outside shoulder, he's been inside shoulder.
Okay.
And, that allows them to do some different things in terms of the stunt game, in terms of some mismatch game. But I think they really like their interior right now. I just think they do. And so, like what Grady Jarrett has brought to the team, he's been dominating all camp. He's been a problem. He's been really helping that interior of the offensive line improve, and they have. And they've credited the defensive front with helping them get better quickly and learn how to play together and build that cohesion very, very quickly. Because early in camp, they wasn't moving them boys. Like, it was nothing they could do. They would run the ball, and Grady Jerry would be like, "What the fuck y'all doing running the ball this way? Run it that way. Don't bring it over here." You could hear him on the field. Like, and
we were talking mad trash to them though. Like,
yeah. So like that stuff was going on. So later as camp developed, they were able to create some movement, get some creases in the running game against that front that they weren't doing earlier. So I think they like the interior of that line so much that I don't think they've experimented too much with moving Dex like all the way inside to like put him over a center over a guard, but he has been inside shoulder a lot.
So not a complete NASCAR package, but a variation of sorts of it.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't got that. You know what I mean? They don't got O.C. Humaniora, Justin Tugg, JPP. They don't got that one. You know what I mean? They don't got that one.
But it would be wonderful to have that though. But I mean,
before we step into the offensive side, we did have a question in the chat I wanted to bring up. Keith, he wanted to know, like, what was the situation? Did we ever even get on the phone to speak to the Bengals and getting Hendrickson, or even bringing up Dallas, getting Micah Parsons? And I was always on that train where it was just like, you can't afford to get 2 edge rushers, $100+ million, unless you were trading Montez Sweat for one of them. I just really never thought it made sense. But he felt like with Hendrickson just taking a very team-friendly kind of deal in Cincinnati, he's saying, like, why couldn't we make a phone call to get him in Chicago? But I don't see
it don't work like that. It don't work like that. He had to compromise with the Bengals or not play. So that was a two-way street. If the Bears trade for him like they did for Montez, now you have to sign him. First of all, the trade is going to cost you, right? So you're going to send some real draft capital over there. Wow. And if you're going to do that, then you have to do that with the intention of signing him to an extension. And listen, how much money? Like, I'm not the one to really get into counting these billionaires' money. They got it, but you still have a salary cap, and you're still trying to build a football team, right? And how many $100 million contracts can you give out to one position? So I never thought the Trey Hendrickson nor the Micah Parsons was a real thing. It's a fun conversation to talk about, and so is the $800 million lottery that's out right now. Like that's a fun thing to talk about, but is it a reality? Probably not.
Yeah, but even to that point, Herb, like, I mean, you make a move like that, right? You doing that with the intent to win the damn Super Bowl. You're not doing that. You're going out there to go win with getting a guy like that on this team. And we're just not in that position just yet that we're like one guy away or one edge rusher away from being that Super Bowl caliber team. At the very least, or at the very most, we actually can be a wild card or possibly a playoff berth team. Not necessarily even winning a playoff game, but at least making it there.
You made that.
Super Bowl? No, we're not there yet.
I mean, the idea is you want to win the Super Bowl while your quarterback is on his rookie deal. Right?
Absolutely.
And so now they've got 4 more years to do that, assuming Caleb is who everybody hopes he is, and after year 3, they give him the 5th-year rookie option, and so assuming he is who everybody thinks he is, then they got 4 more years to do that. I don't know that now is still the time. Like you just started over. You brought in a whole new staff. You learned a whole new system on both sides of the ball. I don't know that you go throw $100 million at him now. The Bengals, listen. If you take the step this year, he's going to hit the market next year, unrestricted.
Yeah.
So now, if you get to that point and you want to jump out the water, go ahead. But if he put up another 17 and a half, it's going to cost.
But by then he'll be a year older too. So it's like
if he put up 17 and a half, it don't matter how old he is.
Yeah, I mean, true. That is true. Too.
If 38 years old, Reggie White had 16 sacks in his final season.
Reggie was different. You can't compare many.
Trey Hendrickson is different.
Yeah, but the numbers are the numbers, and the price is the price. Stop. So if he comes to the bargaining table next year and say I got 35 sacks in the last 2 years, fuck you gonna tell him?
You gonna tell him nothing?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, all right, go ahead. I'm gonna give you this blank check. You write down the numbers you want, then we can.
Now, Herb,
it's gonna be tough.
You said the person's name that we have not talked about all night and was waiting for you.
Yeah,
just to talk about it. Caleb Williams.
How certain are you?
Mm-hmm.
Some people
certain about what?
In the chat, some people are a little.
I'll wait. I'll finish. I'll let you finish.
You already know some people in the chat are like, yeah, I don't know about dude. And they was just praising him when he lit up the 2s and 3s in Buffalo, but then he came against some real boys and he looked real mediocre and pedestrian, right? But taking that next step for you from what you look for, are we looking for 10 plus wins in a playoff, or are we just looking at like improvement and maturation from your lens?
I think I picked them to be 9 and 8.
Right there.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But as far as Caleb himself, I mean, the kid, and it's funny how quickly the narratives change, how quickly we get to this revisionist history, because ahead of the pre-draft, ahead of drafting him last year, the whole conversation was you got to get him. He's going to get the ball out of his hands quickly. He's going to do this, he's going to do that. 68 sacks later, 10 straight losses later, and everybody forgets that the conversation was he's walking into the best situation any rookie quarterback has ever walked into. Now the conversation is, it was a shit show. The coaching was terrible. The players were terrible. The O-line was terrible. It's like, well, what was y'all looking at when y'all was screaming that he was walking into the best situation ever? Yeah. What about Shane Waldron told you he was walking into the best situation ever? What about Nate Davis told you he was walking into the best situation ever? You know what I mean? And so, listen, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, but the bottom line is he's on his second offense. He's on his third play caller, and he's got an uphill battle in front of him. Does he have the tools? Yeah, I think he can still be, very, very successful in this league. But if the conversation was he's going to be the next Patrick Mahomes,
I hate that stuff.
Not right now.
We can't do that right now. It's way too close. It's way too early to make that declaration and put that on.
Here's my thing with that. All I'm saying is that was the conversation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That he was this can't miss prospect. He's a generational talent, and you can't pass up on the next Patrick Mahomes. My thing was, if you didn't know Patrick Mahomes was Patrick Mahomes, how do you all of a sudden he's Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes is on the Mount Rushmore of all-time quarterbacks in the history of National Football League.
He's not
already.
He's not halfway through his career. He's already on Mount Rushmore. He's top 4. It's him, Brady, Montana, whoever else you want to put on there, right? But he's top 4, right? Already. And so my thought was, just coming into the whole process, this was never a knock on Caleb or none of that. It's just you telling me you gonna pick Mount Rushmore out the bag?
We've never done that.
Nobody does it. That's not how.
But to that point, though, Herb, this is the Bears. We ain't had a damn franchise damn quarterback in 100 years.
But
nobody did it. Patrick Mahomes went number 11. Now Andy Reid saw it, traded up to come get him, but he went 11. Tom Brady went 199. Like nobody knows who's going to be on Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. So this idea that you know that, and you know it's so bad that you say I'm gonna pass up on these 3 first-round picks. I would have leveraged that number 1 overall pick to get 3 first-round picks because it's just too big a roll of the dice to say I'm about to draft a Mount Rushmore quarterback. That's just it's so highly unlikely to me that I would have took the 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, I always like to say in situations like this too, and I always bring it up. You brought up Tom Brady. I mean, would he have possibly turned into Tom Brady if he didn't have a Belichick? Would Patrick Mahomes turn into Patrick Mahomes if he didn't have Andy Reid? Would Patrick Mahomes be Patrick Mahomes if he was drafted by the Bears? That is a no.
I won't say that. I'm not saying. I'm not going that far.
Did you see how horrible our teams were during that time frame? I'm sorry.
It's a fair question, but I don't know.
He's talented. He can fit in almost any system because he has the talent.
Well, I can speak on it because I repeatedly watched Big 12 games and watched Patrick Mahomes late at night on Fox.
Mahomes, my dude, man.
So I saw Patrick Mahomes play like he does now in college. That's just how
I did too.
Now, I'm saying this: if you're telling me we went 12-4 and was a Cody Parkey double doink away from going to the NFC Championship with Mitch, I'm telling you, with Patrick Mahomes, we would have been in the mix.
We winning.
I don't know about that.
I don't give a damn.
I don't know about that.
Number 1 defense in football. You give Mahomes the number 1 defense in football, he winning the damn Super Bowl. I'm not taking nothing less.
So y'all
scored 15 points in the double joint game.
Y'all think Patrick Mahomes would have been Patrick Mahomes if he played his rookie year?
We just said that he has already shown traits. The way that he played at Texas
Tech, he played so erratic when he was in college. Hence why first of all, let's keep it 100. That damn draft class, that quarterback draft class, was considered a very fucking sorry, weak draft class.
We weren't supposed to get Mitch in the first place. We should have got Deshaun Watson.
Right. That's what I wanted.
None of them guys. They even had their reservations about Deshaun Watson. Like that draft class was not expected to be like they weren't expecting Deshaun Watson to do what he did his rookie year before he got hurt. They damn sure weren't expecting goddamn Patrick Mahomes to become the guy that he did become. And Mitchell Trubisky was, I don't know, just a guy.
Why didn't you expect Deshaun Watson to do that? He lit Alabama up.
I'm telling you, the thing that I'm sitting up here telling you is
5,000 yards in college. Like
that don't mean shit. That's been shit. There's been a damn fucking quarterback that fucking has the NCAA record for fucking passing yards. What the fuck does that mean?
Stop.
So like I said, he was not expected. If you listen to the fucking, you can go back and look at the fucking scouting report because I did. You can go back there and you can look, and it sits up there says that he wasn't expected to be the player that he turned out to be. Now his coach called him to Michael Jordan. What's his name? Dabo. He called him Michael Jordan. He thought that he was fucking great. But the NFL scouts did not think that Deshaun Watson was great. They did not. They did not expect Deshaun Watson to do what he did.
Hey, Bill Polian
and Patrick Mahomes was a wild card.
Too. So the hell with them prognostications.
Hey, I'm just telling you what they said.
Trubisky wasn't the safe pick.
Caleb Williams is supposed to be. If you go by the scouts, Caleb Williams is supposed to be shit. Damn near fucking great. He's generational.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Mitch was never supposed to be on this team to begin with, and damn sure not that damn high. 1, 2, Deshaun Watson was scouted by. We didn't even give him a chance to actually scout and interview him. We wouldn't even look at his weight. And even Ryan Pace did the damn dumb mistake with not even letting John Fox know that he was going to go after Mitch in the first place. How the hell you go after that damn quarterback that you don't let the damn head coach know who the hell you're going to go after and draft? That's ridiculous. Only the Bears.
That I completely agree with.
Like that, though.
Hey, Herb, if we go back to the history of this, John Fox was given who? He was given Mitch Trubisky, of who he did not want, nor was he even in the loop of. And then he was given the worst 6'8" quarterback ever in Mike Glennon. Like these are things that really happened. And there's
they sure did.
There's nothing about what Mike Glennon did or Mitch Trubisky in college. Versus what Patrick Mahomes did or versus what Deshaun Watson did. It was a crapshoot from the jump, from the beginning. And what they did was just pure malpractice.
I think where you go matters. And I think, you never know how things are going to go. I think that Mo Lewis knocking Drew Bledsoe out changed the course of NFL history.
Agreed.
And
Drew Bledsoe was a bad dude.
You can't predict certain things like that. I do think that the Chiefs handled Patrick Mahomes perfectly, having a veteran like Alex Smith in front of him, a veteran that didn't have an ego, that was cool with bringing him along, that understood. Yeah, they probably gonna replace me with Shorty in a second, but I'm still gonna do my job and get them ready. Yeah. So, I do think they handled them well. I certainly don't believe the Bears handle many of their prospects well, especially not at quarterback. You look at what they did with Justin.
The thing was different though, right, Herb? Because if you replace Trubisky with Pat Mahomes with a John Fox who took 2 different quarterbacks in 2 different franchises to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Jake Delhomme, and of course the Peyton Manning thing. I think Patrick Mahomes would have been in a similar. I'm not saying he would have been what he is apples to apples, but it wouldn't have been that far off because that was already in him.
And at the time, that defense was top 10. Yeah.
One thing about it, man, coaching has a lot to do with it. I can't sit up there and say because what he's done in. First of all, Andy Reid is a hell of a fucking coach. Andy Reid is also a fucking offensive coordinator, an offensive genius. Fox was a defensive guy. He was a defensive guy. So I can't say that Pat Mahomes would have turned out to be who he was here in Chicago. I mean, shit, let's be honest. Since we sit up here talking about history, when the fuck is Chicago ever developed a quarterback? And you're telling me that this guy would have sit up there and been that one?
What did Andy Reid win before Patrick Mahomes?
Andy Reid had been to many championships.
I said, what
did he to many championships and Super Bowl?
What? No, stop.
You don't get the ring for just going. We talking about winning.
He didn't win a Super Bowl, but he had been to championships. One thing, you can't sit up there and say that Andy Reid was not a winner. He was. He was a winner.
I said
he didn't win until he went with Donovan McNabb. Hell, if T.O. ankle was a little bit better, they might have fucking won.
Well, hell,
T.O. had $150 that game.
If I hit this damn lottery, I'm gonna win $800 million.
With a fully healthy fucking ankle, he might have had $250. Who knows?
You ain't wrong.
You get what I'm saying? Like Andy Reid, as great as he was in Philly, did not get over the hump until he got that dude.
So he got to KC.
So once again,
something was in him.
So tell me, John, where do you sit off and you get off and think that the Chicago Bears, in their history, where have they ever developed a quarterback?
Okay, listen, I think we get off topic.
We done went way down the history rabbit hole.
Listen, we've had many miserable nights thinking about how bad this damn franchise is done with quarterbacks.
We
Let's not
always
go down that damn memory lane no more. Herb, I want to get back to you real quick. I want to ask you this question in regards to the offensive side. What's your biggest concern? Because one thing that stood out to me the most about Ben Johnson in that left tackle spot is the uncertainty of who the hell the damn person's going to be starting and who he feels most comfortable with at the left tackle spot, whether it be Braxton Jones, whether it be Ozzie, whether it be Karan Amagaji or anybody else who's up for that fight. Who do you see? Well, is that a concern to you, and how big of a concern is it, depending on who you're thinking is going to be the ideal person starting week 1 at left tackle?
I mean, it's definitely a concern. Braxton's going to start. Braxton's going to start, but it's definitely a concern that you got to have, just off the fact that the coach is not confident in it. I mean, what he said today was an indictment on the entire competition, the entire process. He was like, "Listen, somebody's going to start." Well,
we don't
respectfully, coach, we fucking know that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to put somebody over there. But he didn't commit to them past the first series of the game. Like, somebody's gonna start. That's all I know. Past the very first series of the game, I don't know. And so, it's gonna be Braxton, and I'm not surprised that Braxton won that competition. One, I never really understood the hype behind Ozzie Trapillo. That was strange to me. Not the pick itself, but just the hype that came thereafter. There were so many people after they drafted him that were just like, he's gonna be the next left tackle for 10 years, and it's like, well, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, it didn't went away really fast. You ain't heard nothing about it since then. It's like, what happened?
It was just strange. It was just strange in the first place. Most people had never heard of Ozzie Trapillo until they drafted him, and he was the right tackle. He barely played left tackle in college,
right?
And then the Bears took him when they did because he was the only one left in that tier of tackles. After that, it was going to fall even lower in terms of what tier of tackle was available, and so. Like this idea that he was supposed to be the guy that was going to come in and solidify the left side on day one was crazy. That people were talking like he was Will Campbell or he was Mimbo or he was like it was
Texas.
Yeah. Those were the 3 or 4 guys that was like they can come in and be day one starters. But you know how we are as Bears fans. We get optimistic about whoever's coming up in here, and then all of a sudden we didn't talk ourselves into the right tackle from Boston College being the starting left tackle day one for the Chicago Bears. And that was just weird from the jump. But fortunately and good, kudos to the Bears coaches for not getting caught up in none of that shit, giving them a chance, evaluating and says, no, that's not good enough to be a day one left tackle in the National Football League. Put him on his right side. He's a little bit more natural. He's a little bit better over there. Cool. Now what's up with Karan? We don't know. Is that a wasted pick? Maybe, probably. But the GM is not going to admit that this soon. So he still makes the team as the 5th tackle.
That's
cool.
A lot, Herb.
How does the competition go from 3-man to 2-man to 4-man? Right? It started out with Karan, Braxton, Ozzie. Karan fell off of it early as a 2-man. Then it turned into a 4-man when you bring like that's like
Theo, right? Theo Benedette.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at Theo.
But, like, about him too.
But it's not a situation that Theo climbed his way up into the competition. The competition came down to Theo.
Right.
No diss to him. But you were undrafted rookie last year from Canada. Don't tell me he's gotten so much better now that you're ready to put him out there to protect Caleb's blind side on week 1. Like that's against Brian Flores. Don't tell me that's what's really happening.
So 60% of the damn time. 60% of the time, he's coming after Caleb.
About with Brian Flores, let alone.
Man, listen.
Yes. So my idea was that Braxton would win it. Braxton would win it anyway. Just his veteran presence, his experience, and then he's been steady. He's never going to be an all pro or nothing like that. But is he the best option that they have right now? Yeah, he's on that same Charles Leno trajectory. Like
but that's what I'm saying though. The measuring stick in that position is awful damn small. Like if that's our measuring stick, we're fucked 6 ways to Sunday when you think about it. Because
sure, but
Braxton Jones can't stay upright, and he always getting mauled over, and always either on his stomach or on his ass. It's like, dude, can you stand up straight and have some mean muscle to you? Like, come
sure,
on.
but the idea is similar to what they think about Dio. If you put Braxton Jones on an O-line where you feel good about the other 4 guys, you put him next to a potential Hall of Famer, then there are things you can do for him. You can slide protection. You can chip on that side. You can run your quick game to the other side. Like there are things you can do to help to mitigate his exposure a little bit. And
but listen though, it's only so much makeup you can put on the damn pig that ain't gonna win you the damn beauty pageant. It's just
I feel you, G, but there aren't 32 good left tackles in the world.
No,
there aren't 32 good left tackles on the face of this earth at the NFL level. So a lot of teams don't have a good one.
Yeah, I don't need them to be great, but damn it, that's the most important position on the offensive line because that's Caleb's blind spot. And when you think about the damn the edge rusher for the Vikings that's coming on that side, Brian Flores is going to exploit the hell out of Braxton Jones over there. Majority of the time, he's going to be having the most pressure coming from that side because he knows Braxton Jones can't hold up. So that is a concern in week 1, especially.
Yeah, but Chicago, you also got to think about too. I mean, and I do have confidence in my new head coach and play caller.
Me too. Absolutely.
Prevent that pressure coming in from him on
some of it. Yeah,
they can blitz on that side, but I do see them playing with the Vikings a lot of 12 personnel. I do see Komet doing a lot of chip blocking and everything like that to push him off, get him out of everything that they can. And I trust our coach to help that, but it's still, I agree with that makeup on a pig thing. I'm just getting tired of it, but it's just sad because like how Herb was saying, nobody stood out to take his job.
Yeah.
Like I know Chicago, I know you don't like hearing that word serviceable because what he is serviceable. He can be a backup type, jump in and fill in when need be, but he's not a starting tackle, in my opinion, at least a good one.
Yeah,
but that's kind of why I disagree with you at. There aren't 32 good ones. Frank, and so like somebody's gonna have serviceable ones. Somebody's gonna have bad ones. And so what I'm saying is, no, he's not. I don't think he's bottom 3. Like I don't. He's
20.
Yeah, he might be 20, 22, whatever, right?
Good way to soften it up, JP.
But this what I'm saying though. You can do a lot better than Braxton Jones. We know this.
Yes.
But the Bears just found out with 3 other dudes that you can do a lot worse than him too.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm glad they're not pushing those guys.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I have the most confidence in with Ben Johnson is that his play calling, his schemes are designed for quick, fast, and hurry. It's about precision and timing with him. So he's going to put those offensive line in positions to only have to block for those 2.5 seconds to where his quarterback's going to be able to get the damn ball out of his hands effectively well.
And now you've arrived at another problem, haven't you?
Yes, you have. And see, now because now you're not evolving in the playbook. You're just doing things to mitigate so that
I'm just talking about your quarterback getting the ball out of his hands.
Yeah,
at least our damn quarterback ain't getting hit. The damn ball out of his hands. Now it's out of his hands now.
Is it getting out of his hand is the question I'm asking you.
No.
Like, this is the thing. In Buffalo, it got out of his hands quick. But then when you saw quarter 1,
nobody was on the field.
2s and 3s, bro.
DJ and Rome getting open in 1 second against cats that's not going to be in the league tomorrow.
Oh, okay, I want to see how well a damn quarterback in this league do well against a Chris Jones. Chris Jones he's not even a real human being. Like he's one of those ones that you ain't just gonna defeat on that line. He coming out every single time.
For sure. But most teams have one dominant dude.
They do.
You got to be able to deal with this. The NFL, and we always try to grade the Bears on a curve. Like either you're trying to win the Super Bowl or you ain't.
Thank you, Herb.
If you're trying to win the Super Bowl, you're gonna have to go through the Chris Jones of the world. You're gonna have to go through the Pat Mahomes of the world. You're gonna have to deal with the Josh Allens on the field, not on the sideline, on the field. Yeah. You got to deal with these dudes. And so if we talking about like we're going to be a playoff team, we can get to the Super Bowl and Caleb going to take us there and this coach going to take us there. Well, they better take us there through the guys that's there because once you get up into that rare air, it ain't shit sweet. You got to deal with these dudes.
Yep.
Them dudes is up there. That's just what it is. And the Bears not going to get to the second round of the playoffs, get to the conference championship, and see the Carolina Panthers from last year. That's not who gonna be there.
Right,
you know what I mean?
About that, though. Now,
it ain't gonna be the Jaguars in London when you get there. It's gonna be them dudes there.
It's gonna be them dogs, them grown men that's ready to win them something. So,
and that's where I say cautiously optimistic and perspective.
Our favorite word here. We got to trademark that word.
Those three teams in our division, they haven't gotten worse as far as
no,
they haven't.
Other dudes that we gotta face, I'm scared that Cincinnati, Joe Burrow put 40 on our head. No problem. Lamar and them, I don't even want to talk about it. Philly, we don't have a schedule where it's like, oh, we're the Bears, we got Ben Johnson, we about to go.
San Francisco, it's cracking. That road schedule is insane.
Robinson, along with Christian McCaffrey. I'm like, damn, well, Kyle Shanahan ass don't miss, man. We go out there the best.
They brought Robert Saleh back.
It's not a game, man. It's not a game. You got to go through some real cats if you want to get there, if you want to do that. And like you talk about Washington, they skipped the line. They skipped the line last year, but they got that experience. They got that experience of being in the playoffs. Another year with Jaden Daniels, another year in the system. So like it's some teams you got to deal.
Another linebacker and another DB too.
Yeah, and Debo. Like.
Yeah, like I don't know if Debo's heart's in this shit no more. I think Debo he cares about his wardrobe a little too much.
He be too fluffy with it, man. But no, I have to ask you a question more specifically about our division. And our division is the toughest in football, without question, right? So what do you see out of these other teams when it comes to now this has been a new year? Obviously, Minnesota has question marks about J.J. McCarthy and whether or not he's going to be ready. Jordan Love, if he's going to be able to bounce back from last year, and what that receiver they got from Texas is going to look like. And then you obviously with the Lions losing both their great OC and their great DC and some of the other coaches in between that, what are they going to look like too as far as adjusting to what that new look for them is going to be? But they still have talented players out there. So what are you seeing out of the other teams in this division when it comes to our competition, and not even necessarily saying we're going to win a division or even compete for it, but do you see a step back, step forward for some of these teams? Like, I
love it. I love it. This is when you're living up to the name, Mr. Chicago, because this is what I was just talking about. As Bears fans, as Chicago Bears fans, myself fully included as a Chicago Bears fan, we have been trained again to try to find a curve to grade this thing on. This is the National Football League, and I promise you, this is like the 6th time I've been asked this week. Who in this division is coming back to us? No fucking body. That's not how it works. You go up and get them. We want everybody to come down. We want 5 games. So you think somebody coming down in 5 games?
Not at all.
No, you have to go up and get them. So we like, well, maybe the Lions will come back to us. How about you take your ass up there and win?
Yeah. Now listen, the Lions, they are still the favorites to win this division, but I damn sure will bet my house on it. They ain't winning 15 games though.
It don't matter. That's partly to do with scheduling from one year to the next. I'm talking about going to win the division.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
You got to go play. You got to go make some waves. You got to beat teams you're not supposed to on paper beat. You got to play football.
Absolutely.
Well, I totally understand that, Herb. But my thing is this: all the teams that's in our division, they're not so sure as they was last year. Minnesota, I bet you bottom down to Minnesota ain't winning no motherfucking 14 games next year.
Wow, peep what I'm saying, G. Never mind the Wednesday. I'm with you.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying,
I hear
yes,
you too,
we have to come up there, but we don't have to climb. I don't believe we have to climb as high. Like, we don't have to climb 14. We don't have to win 14 games next year.
The margin is very thin in the NFL. I'm not saying the Bears got to win 14 games, right? Most games in the NFL come down to one score or not. What I'm saying is the Bears had an opportunity to beat all these teams. The Bears could have won 6-0 in the division last year. Like,
They
they went up to Detroit and got.
Well,
They could have.
maybe 5-1.
One Minnesota game.
One real game they got blown out. One.
The second time we played Minnesota in Minnesota is when
that one and Detroit whooped them. Detroit whooped them in Chicago too.
Yeah.
But other than that, they had
one game. Yeah,
they had a chance to win all 4 of the other games.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying this huge margin, but you gotta go do it, bro.
Yep.
You gotta go do it.
No doubt. But doubt. But what I'm stating that, and no doubt they have to go do it. But the thing is this: Sam Darnold's not coming back there.
That margin is small, but it's hard, G.
Yeah, I get it.
Getting on national airwaves, talk about Sam Darnold. If Kevin O'Connell got rid of Sam Darnold,
is proving himself. Kevin O'Connell is proving himself to be
but this is the thing, though. Sam Darnold has NFL experience. J.J. McCarthy does not.
Sam Darnold was trash before he got to Minnesota.
No.
Let me ask you this, G.
At the same time, you're talking about a rookie that's never seen NFL defenses.
Let me ask you this.
Him, please. Thank you.
I'm literally going to ask you a question. And I've been going back and forth with this for about a month now, to be honest with you. Who do you think is closer to being a rookie this season? JJ or Caleb?
JJ.
All right. I feel that.
Are you basing that solely off the fact that he hasn't played any NFL games, or are you basing that off the fact that
I'm basing that off of he solely hasn't played any NFL games, and also that Caleb has played NFL games.
Okay, fair
Listen,
enough.
I'll give you that by a small margin, because I do think there's value in having played 17 games.
Absolutely.
But the margin is so very small because JJ stood on the sideline next to his coach, listen to every play call go in, learn that system. He's in the same system. He's not learning a new system right now.
Thank you.
No,
He's just stepping into the system that he learned last year. Now, I'll say this. He's got to step on the football field, and he's got to feel the speed of an NFL game. He's got to learn what an NFL window is and how quickly they close. Those two things Caleb should have learned last year. So he'll have that over him. But I think it's much easier, it's much quicker to learn the speed of the game and how quick those windows close than it is to learn an entirely new system. I think by week 4, week 5, JJ will have thrown the interceptions. He will have felt that speed. He will have understood when those windows are going to close on him. It may take Caleb to week 8, week 12 next season to really master this offense. And I think because of that, the margin between who's closer to being a rookie is much closer than people would assume, considering that JJ didn't play last year.
And heard to that point. This is our third first round quarterback that has had 2 offensive coordinators. So Mitch had 2, Justin had 2. Now Caleb has 2. It's a revolving door.
Caleb had 3.
Caleb had, basically he had his damn self. He had Shane Waldron for whatever the hell he was, and then he had
Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a revolving door of what has been taking place when it comes to the quarterbacks being developed or lack thereof with the Chicago Bears. Now, to Caleb's defense, though, his rookie year, despite him getting hit 500 goddamn times and getting sacked 68 times, he still threw for over 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. That has been unprecedented for any rookie quarterback. He had more in his rookie year than Mitch and Justin did combined in their rookie seasons. So we're not going to sit up and just shit all the way on Caleb and say, "Oh well, he was
not at all
bad last year." No, he still had good moments. He still was good. He could have been better, but at the same time, that's the new marker now that we can look at as the measuring stick and say, hey, he can only go up from here because Ben Johnson was the most sought after damn offensive prospect as a coach in the last 5 years. He chose to come here. We ain't choose him. He chose us. So damn it, and he chose us because he saw the potential in Caleb. So I'm waiting to see how well he does with Caleb and how well this offense is going to be ran through Caleb throwing that goddamn ball down the damn field.
All right, hey, we are running pretty close here. We got to start getting
okay.
All right. So always love having you on, man. Like I know you always
Yes, sir, man. Big fan.
Always
you did a great job.
When we got you on, so I do appreciate it.
I'm a fan of y'all, man. I always have fun just coming to hang out, chop it up, talk ball with y'all, man. It's always a good time. So thanks for having me come through, man.
Hey, come back.
I appreciate being able to see you at our studio was really cool as well, man. It's always fun.
Anytime, let me know, man. I'll slide back through. Y'all record, at the same night as we do our Herb and 2 podcast, and so I'll just be a little late. But y'all studio around the corner from mine, so I'll be a little late coming over there or a little late hopping on, whatever. But always down to chop it up with y'all, man. It's always a good time.
Yeah, Herb, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you asking the questions that we want to hear from that podium out there in the press conference and asking the players and coaches these questions. We want to know these things that you're asking, so we definitely appreciate you for asking those questions, man.
It's the questions I would have wanted to ask, before I got a little more access. When I was, listening to the press conferences at the crib or whatever, the questions I wanted to ask, sometimes they got asked, sometimes they didn't, but rarely did they get asked the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
And so, I just, now that I have a little bit more access, I want to use it the right way. And so I try to be authentic and ask questions that I really want to know. And I know a lot of Bears fans want to know. So it's a pleasure. I don't take it lightly. It's an honor. A privilege, I should say. I don't take it lightly. And, I show up with that on my mind every day. Can I address Jay Greers in the comments right quick? I gotta clear something up with the good brother. I didn't go to Mount Carmel. I'm not a Caravan. I'm a Whitney Young Dolphin. You should have been a Dolphin, my brother. Now, my brother Eugene McIntosh.
Okay, since
my brother Eugene McIntosh went to MC, but I saw him say that like a couple times. Now I ain't got listen. I'm from over east. Mount Carmel, right by the crib. I got love for Mount Carmel, but I didn't go there. I'm a Dolphin. But shout out to MC though.
Okay, well, listen, Herb, since we on that topic, man, and I am Mr. Chicago. I went to the greatest high school in the city of Chicago.
You went to Whitney Young too?
I went to CBS, by the way, and we have now.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna talk my shit now. I'm gonna be up there this weekend for the greatest alumni high school picnic.
The greatest school in Chicago is crazy. Shout out to Juwan, shout out to Juice, but that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Right. Because Jawan and Juice is about all we remember.
Oh, okay.
That's wild as hell.
When you get done, you'll see my picture on the wall on the Hall of Fame and CBS though.
I love that. I love that. I remember taking the punt to the crib. I remember taking the punt to the crib on them at Gailey. I think my sophomore year or something like that. So yeah, shout out to them too.
Yeah.
I forgot about Dick Buckets and Chris Zorich.
Chris Zorich, my man. I'm bogus for Chris Zorich. That's my man. So I'm bogus for not thinking Chris Zorich.
One of the most feared linebackers who ever existed, man. What's wrong with you?
Man, you ain't seen Dick Buckets at CBS. Knock it off.
No, but my picture here, though. My picture on that same wall is Jamal Howard and Dick Buckets, though. Know that.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Y'all talk all you want. Listen, Herb, don't let me see you at our damn picnic this weekend. While you
I'll probably pull up. Again, I'm from over east, so I got a few of y'all alumni on my resume, if you know what I mean. So you might see me out there. You know what I mean?
They picnic ain't in the city. It's out there in Timbuktu somewhere.
Where y'all going out there by River Oaks in the Forest Preserve or something?
No, it's gonna be in Kankakee this year.
It's gonna be where?
In Kankakee. Because listen,
hell no! What?
We were too big to fit in a damn small ass city park. We had over 40,000 people came out.
Y'all got a big ass park across the street from y'all school.
That ain't big enough. That's not big enough. Listen, Herb, do you realize when I was at CBS, we were the largest high school in the city of Chicago.
It's humongous.
It was over 3,600 kids there when I was there. So
it's humongous, but 40,000 people ain't graduated from CVS ever in the history of CVS.
Actually, over the years, we most of
the freshman class might have been 3,600. By the time y'all left, it was 300 or 600.
It was about 600. It did trickle down over the year.
Bro,
it wasn't 3,600 freshmen. It was 3,600 kids in total, though. You know what I'm saying? So
driving down to Kankakee.
Nobody's coming to Kankakee for y'all thing. That's insane.
Okay,
You ain't
lying. When I make it home Friday, we'll see how many of y'all last be out there. JB knows out there.
My wife went to CVS and she said she ain't going out there to Kankakee.
Okay, because it don't make sense.
Matter of fact, me and Foul White graduated from CVS together.
That's wonderful. And she said she ain't going.
I'm here up. I'm asking she gonna go.
Because what is y'all supposed to do after y'all take y'all last after y'all go 45 minutes down Kankakee and drink all day in the park? Now y'all finna bring y'all ass back up 57?
Yeah, and we come to turn up. What you talking about? We finna Jew. What you talking about?
This is why y'all wasn't graduating. This is why. This is not smart shit.
Bad decision making.
Okay.
This is terrible decisions, man.
Listen, ain't nobody gonna be all sloppy drunk on no damn 57. No, don't even worry about it. We know how hot the police get on that damn E-way. We ain't that stupid. We ain't that stupid, man. No, we built different, man.
Shout out to CVS, bro. I'm just talking shit, but that's not smart, bro. I don't know why y'all doing that. That's crazy.
No, next year we're gonna find a bigger venue in the city to have all of us there because we even had Crazy Howard and the radio station even shut us out last year because we had over almost 50,000 people show up to our picnic. So we shut the city down last year.
Should have just been Washington Park. It could have held all y'all.
Washington Park, Jackson Park,
listen,
Darien Woods.
Pick
somewhere. It's the city, bro. We got the biggest parks ever.
But that's Hyde Park area. You know how them folks get. They ain't gonna like all.
So y'all go to Kankakee?
That was the next. That was all
worse. That's worse.
And plus, you acting as if though it ain't gonna cost no money to actually be in the main parks like Washington Park. Like it still costs now. It's probably cheaper in Kankakee than it is Washington Park.
Have fun with that.
Hey,
Let me when you get back in town.
40,000 people pay $1. Y'all can go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. All right. It is that simple though. Okay. But yeah, man.
Right, we
appreciate the work you do.
Went a little over on all that now, man.
Yeah, appreciate that though, man.
As soon as somebody brought up Mount Carmel, we just opened up a whole new can of worms on that.
Yes, sir.
My bad.
Trust me, it's all good. I'm glad.
Hey, we love
it's all love, man. It's all love.
We ain't even in 2 hours yet. We'll get there.
Listen, I remember Quentin Richardson back in the day at Whitney Young, man. So I trust
me.
I know.
Indeed.
97 state champs.
Yeah.
Indeed. 98.
90, all right, 98. Him, Cordell, Dennis Gates.
Cordell Henry, Dennis Gates, Corey Williams.
Yep.
All them cats, man. It's cracking.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely appreciate you, man, for being on the show, and definitely appreciate the work you're doing.
Shout out what you do, her, because we always love to see where we can find you. And I know you said your podcast is at the same time. Go on and shout that out, promote that.
Yes,
oh man, yeah, the Herb and Two podcast. It's don't have nothing to do with sports. It's me and my brother Tucson, just talking about black issues, man, political, economic, social, whatever. It's funny. It's intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. So that's what the Herb and Two podcast is.
On here all the time. We appreciate it.
I love that kind of podcast, man. I'm always down to have intellectual conversations about what's going on, especially in our neighborhood. So yeah,
recently, like I said, we just got done filming with Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. We had the mayor on here. Brandon Johnson was here like 2-3 weeks ago. So we try to have some conversations that matter, but do it in a fun way. So yeah, check that out if you want to, but it don't have nothing to do with sports. So enter at your own peril. For all the Bears fans
needed,
out there.
Herb. I'm telling you, it's needed.
Oh, 100%.
Very much so, man. Especially now in today's world, we living in, man.
Thank you for that, Herb. That's a great plan.
All my Bears coverage is on. You can follow me for Bears coverage on Twitter at Herb411. The Bigs website is thebigs.us, and on YouTube, the Bigs Media on YouTube. So yeah, that's that. We'll be rocking all year long, man.
All right. I definitely check that out.
Again, I said it like 100 times, but it's always good talking to you, man. We'll definitely have
anytime. Hit me up. I'll slide.
For sure.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, let's get right into them shout outs. Or Chicago, you want to start us off? Let's keep it chill. Let's keep it chill.
I keep it chill. Yeah, man. Again, always a delight and pleasure to be on the show with you guys, talking Chicago sports, man. More specifically, the Bears football. As the NFL season is underway, I already typed, like I told y'all before, I typed up my letter to get to my wife and my kids. Listen, football season is here now. It's Bears football season. So you can ask me to do some things around the house before or after the game. Don't bother me during this damn game while I'm watching it. And don't mind me yelling, screaming, and cussing at the TV. It's just me doing what I do when I watch Bears football this time. But again, man, shout out to the city. Big shout out to Herb for being on the show, man. I'm a big fan of his, and he definitely asked a lot of great questions at the podium when we're talking to, the GM and the players and whatnot. So definitely salute to that brother for what he's doing. I definitely gonna check out his podcast as well. Shout out to the city, man. I'm gonna be in the city this weekend, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to even get home now. Now that Herb he put that fire in me, good morning me, anxious to get home to the city. So I'll be flying in.
You gonna be here, man?
I'll be there till Monday. I'm flying in Friday afternoon. I'll be there till Monday. And
so when you hollering at us?
So the big game till Sunday. So I got some time in between time on Saturday, so we can definitely chop it up and go grab a drink somewhere. JB, Frank, anybody who's out around, we can definitely do that, man. So looking forward to it, man. It's always great to be in good company when you're at home, man. Again, Chicago against the damn world. I can't stress that enough. And so when I'm at home, when in doubt, I'm always gonna be ready to juke, man. So it's gonna be a turn-up time this weekend, and I'm looking forward to seeing you brothers and seeing most of my classmates and other classes too that night. So big ups, man. Chicago against the world.
In that order.
Very nice. Shout out to Herb Howard for coming back on, joining us again at the Clubhouse. Always appreciate it. It's always good times. He always has good conversation, good Bears insight. So always love that he can come and chop it up with us. Shout out to everybody that's in the Chicago Clubhouse Fantasy Football League. Sunday is the draft. So now that the preseason's over and all that, just a reminder there. So it's, I believe, 7 Central time. I'm not sure, but you got
7 Central. So yeah, I'll be in Chicago.
It's on the app.
Okay.
It's on the app. Okay.
Yeah, it'll tell you the exact to the second when it starts.
Okay.
And then shout out to Jade Walker for making the final 53. Congratulations to that guy.
Yes, sir, man.
All
he
the
earned
fuck
that.
out.
He absolutely deserved it. He earned that, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, balled out the whole preseason, made plays when he needed to make plays. I mean, not just the touchdown catches, but then that sideline catch there to extend the, get us there to that point.
Oh yeah, he keep his toes down too. His field awareness was impeccable on those 2 plays.
Him and Antoine Randall L were the only guys that knew he caught that ball. Everybody else was thinking that was a incomplete pass. But
I like to get it wrong, but
that was a great catch.
It was
a great catch.
So, but and then shout out to the Bears for this upcoming season, man. I really do hope they don't disappoint like they normally do. So that's it. Peace.
All right, I'll keep my shout out short. I got nothing since he brought up Herb. He brought up all the stuff I was going to say. But other than that, hey, shout out to you guys. Always enjoy hopping in on Tuesdays, chiming it up, Bears talk. Now let's just get ready for the season, man.
It can't get hit no sooner, man.
No, I can't be any more excited, man. I don't.
I'm anxious. I'm anxious.
I am too.
I'm very anxious. I'm very anxious.
It's normal feeling for Bears fans.
Yeah.
Oh, go to Judah tribe. Oh.
Yeah, he is what he is. Let's go ahead, JB. You want to hit up that chat?
First of all, shout out to all y'all and Crook in the back. Man, you know what Tuesdays mean to me is definitely, hey, if y'all haven't really realized, this might be the greatest Bears/Chicago sports podcast. Wow. We got guests.
Everyone in the chat, we need your help actually promoting it for us too, man. Let us know.
It's just like it's because of you all. So before I get into individual, it's just thank you all. Thank you, brothers, for coming on. We may not agree, we may argue, but that's what we're supposed to do. It makes for compelling television, if you want to call it television. And I just want to, let you know, Tuesdays is my day. Like between 8 and 10, leave me alone. You feel me? But and then Hey, Crook, the highlights was great. You showed both sides, like you never biased. And then something like The Simpsons.
Hilarious.
Like you.
Hilarious, man.
Hey, Crook got the best producer, super producer behind the ones and twos for sure. But let's dig into these shout outs real quick. Darius D. Jones came in early and off. One of our P1s, Ant Stewart, who's also a member of the Chicago Network. We appreciate you. And Jeanette Johnson, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate you, one of our P1s. Hey, Melon Smasher, I would love when Melon Smasher comes in. He always has a lot to say. He or she, I'm going to say he, though, always has a lot to say. Very, very, very precise, very, very, very articulate with his words. And Melon Smasher, we need you on. We need to get on that fan appreciation. We need you on. We need you to come in because you have a lot to say, and you're often right. You know, Dr. Truth, thank you for chiming in. My man Tucson J, who was just on with Herb and Two. Man, we love Tucson. Tucson always coming in and showing the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, giving that insight. My man Keith Sperry, one of my homeboys. We appreciate you, Keith. Welcome back. My man Jay Grizz, Chicago born, East Coast residing. We appreciate you, Jay Grizz, for chiming in on the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. It was a lot of back and forth, y'all. It was the banter tonight. When I tell you cats was talking, they was going back and forth with each other. There was good banter. Stu Dog 81, Bear Down fam. Thank you, Stu Dog. We appreciate it. Frank O'Dowd, whoever that guy is. Thank you, Frank. We appreciate that. He pops in every now and again. You know, he's a good dude. Ray or Roy? No, that's Roy. Roy Mason. Okay. Question. How much longer are we going to stay with Santos? He seems like he's been getting worse the last couple of years. Ooh, that's an interesting take, Roy.
That's where my little rage went after, because Santos had one bad year. He has not gotten worse. He had a rough year last year. 5 of his misses were blocked kicks. So other than that, he's a 90+% field goal kicker.
So let's get Roy on to talk about it. We appreciate it. Next fan appreciation next week.
Definitely.
I know we didn't talk. TTNO Runaway, thank you for chiming in. I was just looking at the chat, and I know we didn't really talk about Caleb, but we didn't want to make this show about Caleb. We wanted to make this show about the Bears. We knew Caleb wasn't going anywhere. We knew there were holes, offensive line, defensive line, secondary, even the wide receiver with the departure of Tyler Scott. We knew there were things we needed to talk about other than the either ascension or descension and maturation of Caleb Williams. We didn't want to make this a Caleb bashing show. We didn't want to make this a Caleb supportive show. We want to talk about the Bears as a whole. Easy, my man Easy checked in. Easy does it. You can catch him on Saturdays. My man Bears Down. My man, Logan. Thank you, Logan, for chiming in. We appreciate the love. And as we're going in, TTN. Oh, my man Lorenzo. Hey, Lorenzo Clemens, early and often. Lorenzo is one of our P1s. Andrea Schmitz. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate the love. There you go. Don't forget to smash that like button. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jay Grizz, for reminding the folk. And again, the chat was lit because I'm still going. We were talking about everything under the sun. And then finally, I'm going to wrap it up because at the very end, we did have Judah Tribe step in. Judah, next week might be a fan appreciation week. We'll let you know, but we would love for you to come in and holler at us. Let us know what you're thinking. But we do appreciate you chiming in. We appreciate you tuning in to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Shout out to you. And if we have one person, just one, we know who that is. It's the Chicago Clubhouse podcast mom. Or most affectionately known as Miss Sandra Bynum Holmes. I'm on.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Can you guys hear me?
We hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right. As Statman JB alluded to, hey, like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. It don't cost you anything to like and subscribe. I want to ask you guys this out there. How many podcasts allow you guys to come on and speak whatever it is that you need to talk about as far as when it comes down to Chicago sports? This podcast also has great guests, as you saw. Let me shout out to our special guest tonight, Herb Howard. Also, what podcast gives out tickets to Bears game? Ain't too many doing that. So come, as our boy Rick Party say, rock with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Rock with us. We appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to the chat. The chat was lit tonight. Shout out to all the day ones that be out there. Jay Grizz, Toussaint, Jay, Keith Ed, you know, so many of y'all that he talks about. You stupid Chicago. Yeah. Once again, I want to give a shout out to you brothers, Mr. Chicago, JB, Frank the Tank, the super producer in the back, the crooked commish. Shout out to our boy, what else is that back there? Shout out to our boy T Nick, who ass ain't come out here, he ain't make it. It's my white phone going off. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway. Man, what a mama doing? What your mama doing calling this late? Anyway, yeah, shout out to y'all brothers, man. It's laughing when you at the crib.
Hilarious, man.
Hey, and we got Miss Rachel in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Watching this late at night, y'all watching Miss Rachel, man.
Man, look, hey, do you see this one? You see that?
Oh, he up, huh? He said, "No, I ain't going to sleep until I."
Yeah, this is why Miss Rachel is on right now, trying to get him to go to sleep.
Yeah, good luck with that, man.
Anyway, shout out to the city of Chicago. Shout out to all my kids, because there's 6 of them. Shout out to my gorgeous wife. You may have saw her in the background. I don't know if you did, you didn't. She is beautiful. Shout out to her. Shout out, like I said, to the city of Chicago and everybody else out there, man. Hey, one love, please. Honor and take care of one another. You know what I'm saying? L is for love, okay? And
L for love. Good times.
So outside of that shit, we pretty much done. So for Mr. Chicago, JB, Frank the Tank, the super producer in the back, the crooked commish, our boy T Nick, well, we never know what the hell he's doing anyway when he's not here. I'm 5 Mile C, and this right here is Pretty Ricky. And guess what, people? We out.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
I'm a sheep.
Shit.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Good night, Canada.
There's Canada.
Good night, Canada. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Nope.
You're still here. It's over.